Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cutting Stems. This is a special edition. I know I'm not usually in the driver's seat, but tonight I am, everybody, and we have some special guests. Of course, we have the lovely Kelly Keegs.
Hello.
Per usual, she's always here, so you guys know her, and you're tired of her.
I never
but
leave.
More importantly, we have Serena and Joe.
Hello.
A product of success from the Bachelor in Paradise franchise, and so we are so happy to have them here tonight. We're going to talk all about the show, but first we need to thank Mattress Firm. We're back on this set. We love being on our comfy mattress. We are living in a land of junk sleep, and we're quite frankly tired of it. So if you guys want to fix your sleep, get on to Mattress Firm. Talk to a sleep expert. Get to a store. Go online. Whatever it is, check it out. Get yourself a mattress that fits for you. Joe, how you feeling on the mattress?
I'm used to laying on a bed, so I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do with my
Okay, but
body.
it's comfy.
Yeah,
the bed is really comfortable. The bed is so comfortable, right? Serena, the bed is really comfortable.
One of the best matches I've ever sat on.
Excuse me, Bria?
Kelly?
I actually have a little bit of not a bone to pick, but something just to bring up that I have been saying from the beginning of The Bachelorette. Now we're on to Paradise. I'm still getting junk sleep. I'm waiting to hear back from Mattress Firm. I want to unjunk my sleep at home, and I'm just hoping that they'll send me a mattress.
Oh,
and
snap!
they are dogging me a little bit. They're taking their sweet time. They're trying to decide if I'm worth it. I'm telling you right now, my sleep is junked the fuck up. I really want to.
Well, why don't you give us your best Mattress Firm ad to see if they'll send you a mattress?
Well, you just did such a good job.
I know. I know. But can you live up to it?
How can I top that? Well, what is the thing? You have to.
It's on the spot. You have 5 seconds.
Well, they want us to talk about all of the things that we can do. We can go and get your perfect match.
You are not getting a free mattress.
No, I'm not getting a free mattress.
You're not. I'll get the free mattress and I'll send it to you.
Mattress.
Anyways, we are going to talk about the show. Don't worry. We are going to talk about it.
Talk to a sleep expert.
Shut up.
I couldn't think of the word.
We are going to talk about the show. Don't worry. Everyone was really nervous knowing that it was just going to be me and Kelly. And Fran ran into Joe and Serena on the street, and they said they wanted to do Cutting Stems. And Fran kept saying, talk to Joe and Serena. They want to do Cutting Stems.
That sounds like a fake story when you tell it. Like, we just ran into each other.
It did.
On the
She
street.
sent us a selfie. She was like, look who we saw. Look who I saw.
But we did.
She actually scared. She scared the fuck out of me.
Oh yeah, no. We saw I saw a purple sweater arm just reach over and grab Joe's shoulder.
She came across as a crazy fan.
Serena goes purple, and I see purple on me. I'm like, purple.
Did it?
You're like, look out!
No, I didn't see a face. I just saw an arm, and I was like, oh my god.
He's being
Purple
attacked by a
serial
super
killer.
fan.
Well, Fran was in Philly tonight. She was competing in the dozen, and so, rooting very hard for her.
How'd they do? Is it over?
I don't know if I should be saying results, so I'm not going to say them because I don't want to spoil them and get in trouble, so we're not going to do that. But then Fran kept being like, no, hit up Joe and Serena, like, get them. And I think it was because she knew that if it was just me and you.
She was worried about you two.
She was worried. And
She's
you
always
guys,
worried.
I think also were worried about us. When you showed up, you were like,
We were a little worried. We were like, who's, Fran does the hosting, you do the YouTube questions, what's the layout gonna be? We know.
Yeah,
They're avid watchers, so let's get into it. We're gonna talk about last night's episode because Bachelor in Paradise is 2 nights. They do Monday, Tuesday. Last night's episode was focused around Victoria F coming in to onto the beach. What are your guys' thoughts on Victoria F not having to do with Bachelor in Paradise now, but just like her arriving?
Her arrival made waves. That's all it did. You know what I mean? Everybody lost their fucking mind when she went down the stairs. Am I right in that?
I feel like Genevieve freaked out enough for the whole beach about
true.
Victoria.
Extremely
I feel like she
true.
was the only one we really saw panic, and I feel like it was enough for everyone there, but rightfully so, because she was obviously interested in Justin.
And I also think she was the perfect contestant to hold back an extra day and drop her.
She was the right pick, for sure. Yeah. I feel like I don't know if anyone coming down will get the same reaction that Victoria Fuller does.
No, I don't think so.
No, I was excited about Victoria F. I think that because she has so much confidence and obviously so beautiful, and so everybody on the beach freaked out, including Genevieve, which we saw her have her moment last night on the show. She was freaking out. She didn't like the idea that Victoria F could steal her man. Now, we do know that Genevieve makes for good TV, clearly. The freakouts work. But how do we feel about all this crying in general?
She's she's losing it a little bit. She could reel it in, but at the same time, I am not someone to say like, oh, reel it in. If I'm in that situation, I'm crying all day long, I'm losing my mind, whatever. I think her concern is like, obviously Victoria F can come through and steal her man. She also is now worried about this new mystery suitcase of Sally. Apparently her man also likes Sally, so it's like she now just feels like she's being abandoned entirely.
Yeah.
I think that the second she gets a new somebody to kind of pay attention to her, to give her, what it is that she wants, she'll be fine. I think she's just panicking as if she has no one to
She's on like
keep
unstable
her.
ground.
Yeah. She wants to stay. And she doesn't want to go home too soon, I think, is where a lot of that panic came from. And when Victoria F came down, she was like, wow, I haven't talked to anybody. And she still kind of refused to talk to anybody. I feel like she didn't, like once that was happening, all she did was talk to people about how, oh my God, it's so fucked up. Like I didn't even really like him that much. Like he came down the stairs this morning and he barely even said hi to me right away. Like he took his time to come over and say hi to me, and I just don't even think I like that. And we were like, Genevieve,
I used to do that to
like,
Joe.
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Being pissed if
I
he
do
didn't
like
come
no.
say hi
I
to
would
you
do.
right away?
I would do the morning lap.
What's like the? Oh, okay. And take your time.
Yeah, I
Make 'em
take
wait
my
for
time.
it?
Absolutely.
I would probably do that.
Absolutely.
Same thing. I'd be like, oh, I'm not gonna rush.
in the
over.
beginning. By the end, I was like, I want to see you. But in the beginning, I'd be
that's
like, let me get my
nice.
smoothie. Let me get a coffee in me. Let me.
What
like,
about
wake
him
up.
bringing
Chill.
you, like, are you expecting him to bring you a smoothie or coffee
No.
or any of that?
No.
But
'Cause
I'm
we
not
see
a
that on
morning
Love Island.
person. I'm not a morning person.
Neither
So
am I. I hate the
There's
morning.
I'm not that type of person.
no, neither of us are.
Yeah.
Here's pancakes.
But I think
Like, no, I don't.
think she was
No.
just looking for anything to like bring Justin down off the pedestal in her mind. You know, like I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, without question.
Yeah.
Without
Do you
question.
feel that
Yes.
there's a genuine connection between Genevieve and Justin, or is she just latching on to anything that looks and feels good because it's paradise?
I would have said that one, except she didn't try to like date around after Justin went on the date right away. She was like, no, I'm obsessed with Justin. And like they're fighting literally all the time and both of them are sticking it out. So there must be some like for each other.
I think she was waiting for him too.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah, she was waiting for him to come down, and then he's interested in her, so she's all in.
I forgot all about
yeah,
that
you're
she was waiting.
right.
You're totally right.
Yeah.
I'm sweating so much.
I thought same.
Sometimes
I,
just have
I
to
know,
point
and
it
I
out.
honestly feel like I'm
It's
being
really
like,
hot.
It feels better whenever I say it, I think, because I was sitting here just silently sweating. I was like, I need to say
no,
something.
it feels better to let it out.
together.
It also feels better to say that I do not like being official. I am not loving this hosting role.
Yeah. I can
It feels very unlike
doing
me.
great.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
Yeah, you are
No,
doing
it
great.
just it just feels like
We know you're a good host.
look at me, this pen.
You know, pen. You need a
know
pen.
what I
That's
mean?
you have the only way you can host is if you have a pen. That's like your thing. Like you.
It just
you're a
feels
pen
like
girl.
I'm not able to get my takes off because I'm so worried about asking you guys questions.
Get a
But-
take
but
off.
no, no,
Yeah.
What's
no,
your
no,
take
no,
off?
No,
What is your take?
this is
What
not
do
about
you
me
do?
tonight. This is about you
It is
guys.
You want
I'll
to
ask
switch
you a
spots?
question.
You want me to do this?
Yeah.
Should you host?
I will
That would be
host. You want me to
hilarious.
host it?
You host.
Okay.
Let's switch.
Oh my God, let's go! Wow, Fran better watch out now. For
right.
real, she's gonna get her
All
job
right.
taken.
Oh God, I'm
All right,
nervous.
mattress
here we
firm's
go.
the best. Okay.
You don't have to go
Talk
with
to
my
the same
notes,
expert.
but yeah, you take the pen.
There we go.
Oh my God, I feel so much more comfortable.
Okay, so where
All right,
are
Joe,
we?
let's go.
Genevieve, we have Genevieve and Justin.
Yep.
Yeah, Genevieve and Justin.
Okay, so would you like to share your thoughts?
Okay, so
Yeah, what do
I
you
feel
think?
like Genevieve is just crying way too much, but I understand that there's a lot that goes into the show. Like, I feel like you're kind of sitting around a lot. There's no outside noise, although you are with a lot of people, so that could be a distraction. But last night I tweeted Genevieve's a no for me, and then which people replied, same, but she's also tweeting a lot about like shitting on herself, and so I do appreciate self-awareness. Same thing with Rachel from The Bachelorette when she came here to the office, and we had shit on Rachel a lot, and we talked to her in person about it, and we were like, you know, we shit on you, whatever, and she was like, oh, I shit on myself. And so I feel like you don't know how you're gonna act, and you don't know how you're gonna be perceived on TV, but you could watch yourself back and be like, I didn't act great here.
And in the moment, everything, especially in that environment, feels so big and so
course.
dramatic that I'm sure, like, taking a step back, getting a good night's sleep, and watching it, she's like, that was extreme, you know?
Yeah.
It was one day. It, like,
Yeah.
which, if she is doing that, like, I respect that, you know?
For sure. Also, I think too about reality TV. It seems like a place where you can just let your emotions fly as you want to. Like you don't ever have to control yourself. You're
No,
not like
they're
in
never gonna
public.
be,
You're
like,
not,
be
whatever.
less
like yes, you're on
emotional.
TV, but you're. They want you to feel everything. They want you
Yeah.
to react in the biggest ways possible, whether
Yeah.
you are like you normally act that way or whether you don't. And I think that Genevieve, she's a sensitive girl. She's just feeling herself. She's feeling the moment. She's letting all the emotions flow through her and whatever. What do we think about her and Aaron when Aaron comes down the stairs?
Oh, we're jumping there.
We're jumping. Yeah.
I
didn't mean to take
this.
it. Yeah. Sorry, Joe. I'm sorry, Joe.
Right, so
I had to get my take. I wanted to talk about
let's
that.
go. Okay, so Genevieve's freaking out, and then we have Victoria and Justin go on a date. We'll talk about the date in a minute, but let's break down what else is going.
Episode, Joe?
Aren't we
Yeah,
doing
we have
that?
to talk about the first
we're doing both.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing both?
The host keeps getting questioned
I
here.
did not know.
Yeah, we're
so
going to
sorry.
quick, but yeah, I have a little
Oh,
thing
shit,
cut
we got
out
a
for
lot
first
to talk
episode.
about.
Yeah,
Oh
okay.
my gosh, okay.
So Justin, Genevieve, they go on a date.
You just twirled that pen.
Yeah, wow, Rhea. You thought you were the pen girl. Joe's like, bitch,
he's like,
please.
no, and you
Okay.
seem a lot more comfortable now.
Okay, so what, did I seem uncomfortable?
Yes.
He has a
Really?
pretty
And it had nothing to do with the mattress. It just,
I don't think so. Okay, so
You're wrong.
now who else do we have on the beach that we want to talk about?
What do you mean? I thought we were talking about Justin and Victoria now. Going on a date.
Shanae, okay.
Shanae, yeah, let's talk
So
about Shanae.
Shanae and Logan, how do we feel about their connection? They seem to be vibing. They're making out in the ocean.
Feels like Logan just vibes with whoever's right there. I feel like he's the only person he didn't really vibe with was Lace
Haley.
when he called her.
And
Haley
Haley.
too. Well,
And
Haley's
Haley's
impossible.
and he was
Haley's
not
impossible.
nice to Haley.
No, he was not nice to Haley. And she went,
yeah,
she tried to shoot her shot, and he was just
Was
giving
just
her
like,
nothing to work with.
No, I'm not having this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm still sour on Haley. I'm sorry. Like I hated her disrespect for Lace, so I'm still
Lace.
sour on her. However, no need to be mean to her. Just say politely, maybe it's not for me. But I don't.
Or if she's like, I
we've
might try to
discussed
pull
this.
you, just be like, you know what? Flattered, but like I'm all in on Shanae, girl.
True,
so
true,
who
true.
can I help
But
you shoot your
then-
shot with next?
But then, if he's not all in on Shanae, like he's clearly he's working the beach a little bit. If she sees him no longer like kind of going after the people when he's like, well, I thought you were with just Shanae, like what the fuck, blah blah blah. That was I would see that.
I
and be
actually
pissed.
kind of like Shanae this season.
She does look a
I
lot
think
better,
she
huh?
fits into Paradise.
Yes.
I like her too.
I think that
like her
she's
too.
playing it well. I think that Haley put all her eggs in one basket with Logan. Like she was like, oh, Logan doesn't like me. I'm done here. Kind of.
Yeah.
I guess when a guy or a girl doesn't like you on the beach, then it can get your self-esteem kind of like down.
Totally.
So then you don't feel like, I want to like talk to more people.
Mm-hmm.
But some people I feel like are going like all in right away on one person.
I also feel like they are, yes, I feel like they're going all in on one person. They also are just not, they're not all being so chatty. Like it's like they think that this is the end all be all. Like, oh my God, if we're not coupled up today, like there's nothing can happen. Like that's kind of what Genevieve
like
was doing.
nobody knows that other people are going to come out.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
Genevieve was
It's crazy.
freaking the fuck out and like not even talking to other people. And Jill did the same thing. Well, I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead to Jill, but like some of them, whenever if their relationship or whatever they've been in for 2 days gets a little rocky or shakes up for a second, they're like, that's it, I'm going home. Forget it. It's like you can just have a conversation with somebody else. Like maybe it will require you stealing them away from their situation. But again, we've all been here for 3 days. I think that, hearts aren't really gonna be that broken if like something happens. But they just don't seem to do it. They just put their hands up.
yeah, they're like, I'm going home. It's game over. My one try didn't work out. My one chance
Exactly.
didn't work out.
It's the
There's
first
a lot
person
of
you
like,
saw, basically.
yeah, there's more coming. Like, look at Rodney. Like Teddy, you could tell really spiraled into thinking like it's not going to work for me because it's not going to work with Andrew. But Rodney was coming down. Little did she know. And I mean, that didn't really work out either. But if she had been open to it, maybe.
All right, so let's go back. You want to say something?
Well, this is a question for you guys.
Okay.
For people who have been on the beach.
Okay.
Oh yes.
What would you say, because we're judging people based off of how they're reacting, but you guys would know best. Did you know right away? Were you like, we need to get to know each other more? Like, what was that connection like?
We were definitely into each other, but I'm going to say it took like 6 to 7 full days, call that, like a handful of episodes, to be like, okay, yes, like I'm super into you, you're super into me, like we're not going on any more dates. Like I think it was like, I don't even know what week it was, but yeah, you would agree that was kind of the timeline.
Yeah, it takes
like
some time.
That's
we're both
appropriate.
pretty like practical realists, and like it was like let's get to know each other. He was also sick the first few days, which made it a little bit of a barrier.
True.
And then then once you're in, but definitely not day one. Like it was so
Not like immediately
But I
obsessed
think
with this person.
with a lot
like,
of people, it's like they've come down either knowing maybe they've met this person once, or they've known of this person, and they built them up in their minds and the excitement to get to know each other, that they're just like, I'm so excited to meet you, you're the one. Whereas with Joe and I, we didn't, like, it wasn't that for us, right?
How do you feel about all the people hanging out before
Hate
or
it.
after?
Hate it. Such a mistake.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do it. It never works out.
I think it's like somewhat unavoidable for some people, though. Like
if you live in San Diego.
Yeah,
right.
Or
So
New
you can't
York
avoid
for
it.
her season.
Yeah.
That's so
I
true,
was
yeah.
fully locked down during the pandemic in Canada. Could not meet or see anyone,
Yeah.
and that was a
That worked
blessing.
in your
It was a
favor,
blessing.
yeah.
I feel like that would be how I would want it too. Like I wouldn't want to even go to meetups and stuff. Like if I
Yeah.
were on the show and then I had the option for a Bachelor, I don't think, unless it's like my core crew, people that
Yeah.
are like my friends, I don't think I'm going to like group events where everybody's there. You know
But
what
I think
mean?
it's hard because it's like, well, do I isolate myself if your friends are all going out to this concert tonight? Do I not go because I might go on Paradise?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I guess I switch up my groups of friends. Like I'm thinking about it in terms of Barstool. Like if we were, like I hang out with other friends outside of it. So I'm like, oh, I'll just hang out with them. If I'm like thinking maybe I'll go to Paradise, like what do I have to wait 6 months? Like,
Who
it's
on
not-
this season has met before? Is it really just the Jill, Kira, Romeo situation that they're acknowledging?
Far, I think that yes. And I think that
I think
Well, I
it's
think,
Teddy-
I think
didn't
multiple
Teddy and
people have
Andrew-
DM'd. And
I'm
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
And I think it's the
who's
stage
obsessed? Who's
coach
obsessed?
situation.
Brandon and
Serene.
Serene were.
Yeah.
He was obsessed with her, right? Like
Right.
he was always like loving her when he was seeing her on Clayton season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so there's some weird drama going on between, was it Kira and Justin? Because Kira warned Genevieve that...
No, Romeo.
Romeo.
Oh, or
Yeah,
whatever.
Romeo.
Yeah.
No,
That-
you're right.
No,
Kira,
yeah.
Kira went to
warned
Genevieve when she
Oh,
was
about
sorry. I thought you were
Sally
talking about,
and said, like,
Kira, Jill,
should I,
Romeo.
and was like, you should be worried because he was making out with Sally all week in a stagecoach.
Yeah, like
Yes.
Genevieve was like, what do I do if Sally comes down? Should I be worried? There's rumors that they were obsessed with each other at Stagecoach. And Kira essentially said, like, hey, I actually was there, and, like, you might want to be worried. Like,
Confirmed they were
Yeah.
making out.
Yeah.
the weekend. Yeah.
And
That's tough.
then they had a little fight on Twitter where Justin was like, I don't remember you at Stagecoach, and then there was pictures released where Justin and Kira are very much in the same picture. So
They're, like, in the
Justin
pool together.
looked like an
That's
asshole.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's
So
crazy
how do
to
we
even say.
feel about another big thing? How do we feel about the Sally suitcase? Do we care? Is it?
How did you
Whatever.
feel about the skit?
Yeah.
Oh, the skit.
Yeah.
The skit.
skit.
Okay, let's talk about
Let's
the
unpack
skit.
But
the
the skit.
skit.
Let's unpack the
Okay.
skit.
Okay.
So the Wells. Well, I love Wells.
We
and I
all
thought-
love
Wells.
Wells.
And
Pro Wells show.
I thought he did a tremendous acting job.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And I thought the skit was a little dragged on,
A little long.
a little long.
long.
And it was weird. It was weird.
I will say
I was
this.
not
It
expecting
was
it.
also the fact that everyone listening to him tell this story was like, oh my God, this is crazy. I'm like, you really think a producer got in a trunk for 4 hours?
Yeah, like it's just also fake.
Well,
right? Like,
okay,
everything
no,
was-
so we had Wells on our show yesterday, which will, if you're watching this now, will premiere tomorrow, and this part will be on our podcast, so you're going to be a little confused if you're listening. But he said, he worded it as the dumbest thing they've ever done. So like, he
Yeah,
was like,
okay.
it was funny, it was the dumbest thing
It
we've
was
ever
meant,
done.
but I think it was
And
meant to
then-
be
yes,
dumb.
yes.
Like,
And then we asked him, did this really happen? And he was like, yes, it is a true story. It really happened, but we had no footage. So the only way, because then we did the skit, then people didn't believe, and me doing the story time, people didn't believe it. He was like, this actually did happen. And he emphasized that to us. And so if I trust our guy Wells, I'm just gonna look
I
no
do-
further.
I do trust Wells.
I do trust Wells. And honestly, if the skit was anyone else, I'd probably be a lot harder on it. But I
Yes.
love Wells, and I think he's genuinely
Right.
funny.
Agreed.
And I think he did a good
Yeah,
job.
if
of
it was a random producer, I would have been like, I hate this. Why are they doing this? If
Yeah.
it was Wells or Trent, I'm in.
Yeah,
Does anyone know who the
exactly.
second dude was in the skit?
No,
Random
but-
producer.
Yeah,
He
who
was-
was it?
I-
He's not
I
a
didn't
producer.
recognize-
I've
no,
never
he's
seen
not
that
a
guy.
producer.
Oh,
I'm not
Wells
sure.
said he was like a random,
Like comedian or something?
or not. He did not word him as random.
Yeah.
I'm wording him as random.
Yeah.
Maybe like a production assistant or something like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Or a
That
producer.
makes
Well,
sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was all fine. I think, do we need all that pomp and circumstance for Sally, who, really wasn't
Yeah,
that
they clearly
dramatic with
really
Clayton's
wanted
season?
her.
Like, they really were, like, trying to hype up some Sally. And with the suitcase being there with her name on it and all that shit, all I know is that if a bunch of people went through my suitcase and dumped it all on the floor and was going through all my stuff, I would lose my fucking mind. Like, there's absolutely no way. I also wouldn't,
Yeah,
like, go
good
through someone's
point.
suitcase. Like, I would never.
Disrespectful.
That was really weird. Like, I think it would have been funnier if they all just, like, freaked out about the suitcase, like, walking around in circles, just, like, staring at it, like, as if it's,
Yeah.
like,
Don't touch it.
Yeah,
It's
right?
But do you think producers were like, open it?
Yeah,
See
but
what's in
don't.
Maybe.
Like,
but it was
I
like,
think
maybe it
like,
was full of fake stuff.
Genevieve and Jill, I saw on Twitter, both tweeted, like, guys, come on, like, use your critical thinking, like, this probably isn't Sally's
Like, it
suitcase,
wasn't a
like
real
hinting that it
suitcase.
wasn't
Like,
her
that's
suitcase.
right. If it's
but
not a
like
real suitcase,
either
fine.
way,
We're
like
joking around.
guys, it has her name on it. You opened it not knowing if it was really her suitcase. Just don't open it. Just
And
don't open
also,
other people's
then
shit.
If a producer tells you to open it, you don't have to.
No, you say like, look,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna not. I feel uncomfortable.
And also for it to be like, oh, a vibrator, like so classic, like,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, Sally brought a vibrator to the beach.
Yeah.
And then it's just like the whole conversation.
Right, the extensions. It was
that
really.
girl's
It
extensions
wasn't
look
even
sewn
the,
in,
right.
too.
They were gross, and also the extensions that they found inside the suitcase were gross. But they also, I think it was really just the disrespect for the items inside the suitcase that really bothered me. It was like they just like dumped it out on the ground and started kicking it around. That is what bothered me. So if it's a fake suitcase,
and imagine like it
I
is
can
her
move on.
clothes. Like
That's what I'm
you know
saying.
what I
Like
mean?
it's supposed to be
Imagine
her
that is
clothes.
some of her shit.
So I was turned off by that. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was all fake. Everything.
The longest we've talked about something has been the suitcase.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, so
Okay,
should we move on to
second
Romeo?
episode.
Second episode?
We gotta move on to the second
All right.
episode, I think.
Second episode, rose ceremony.
Okay.
You know, it's the obvious ones. You have Brandon and Serena, Teddy and Andrew, and then everyone's waiting for Romeo.
Yeah.
Right?
And
is Romeo gonna
Jacob.
do?
Jacob.
Yeah.
Jacob gave us.
And Jacob.
Who
Jacob.
is Romeo?
Wait,
Romeo
what
is the guy who's
season?
crying. The
So
guy who can't
Romeo's
stop
the guy who's crying.
He's the one who screwed over Jill by going for
Okay.
Kira and going for Brittany.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember
And
he
he really
and
was going
Jill were
through it.
chilling. They were great. And then he was like, I'll be right back. I'm going to get another drink. And he sidled up to Brittany and was like, hey, girl.
And
I'm
then she
interested.
like dodged his
And he tried to
kiss.
kiss her. Yeah.
I
She
have
was like,
something to admit.
I don't
What?
know. And he
I
was
did
like,
not watch last week.
it was
was
Monday.
Monday.
You
It
did
was
watch
Monday.
it.
This was last night.
Yes.
Did you not watch Monday?
No, you
No,
did.
I
You
watched.
did.
I watched. But
It was at the
I was
end.
watching at home.
It was at the end.
And
Also,
so-
to be fair, it was at the very
If
end.
you guys saw how distracted I was tonight, imagine how distracted I
Yeah,
am
that's tough. That's tough.
not here.
Extremely
Yeah,
distracted.
okay.
Yeah, we can't
Okay,
always count
lack
on you
of
to drink
preparation.
so
I'm sorry.
is what-
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
happening.
Sorry, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Well, no, he was crying the whole time. What he did, and we could talk about it. He was talking with Jill, and after all that drama with Kira, he decided, I want Jill. We liked Romeo. We're all in on him. Then they're chit chatting. All of a sudden, he like kind of goes off to go do something else. Like he just basically was like, I'll be right back. And then he went and found Brittany and sat down with her and was like, can we talk real quick? And then was like, I just really want to see where this goes. And she was like, what? Because you just made a big deal about being with Jill. She didn't even say
Okay, so
anything.
people are
she was
not
just staring
digging
like,
Romeo.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then he was like, please, like we should do it. And then he leaned in for a kiss, and she was like, oh, no.
Like
And she was
literally,
no,
this
no.
is what
Like,
happened. Like
I have too much respect.
He leaned
Yeah.
in, like leaned
Oh
in
my
to kiss
God.
me,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
her
so
face.
excited right now.
yeah.
Don't actually kiss me, or maybe do.
yeah.
For the views.
Do it, Rhea. Do
Okay,
it.
lean in, and she literally went and like swerved him.
But he went in fast. Like they were not speaking, and she was giving him a look of like, what
I do
the
no.
fuck is
Okay,
wrong
this
with
is coming
you?
back to me now.
Yeah.
I think I saw it like.
And
I
then
was
he
like, barely paying
but the
attention.
best part is that after that he gets like completely swerved by her. He leaves. Jill hears about it immediately and is like, "Fuck you, that's ridiculous. What are you doing?
Yeah, she's like,
Don't
"We
talk
just
to me
went through
anymore."
Kira.
Yeah, like don't talk to me anymore. Then he goes
Whose
back
season
to
was he
Kira.
on originally?
I don't know.
Where did Romeo come from?
Maybe.
Romeo came
Katie?
from Michelle's season.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So then he goes back to Kira, who he already told her to her face, like, I'm pursuing Jill, like, you need to back off. He then goes back to her, crying tears, and is like, I just hope that maybe we can rekindle something that we've had. And she was like, what? Like, what are you talking about? I heard that you went to talk to Brittany. You already rejected me to my face. Now you're coming back here.
Yeah.
When she called him out on that, he just started bawling hysterically and couldn't stop crying. then
The man's exhausted.
he goes,
He's so
then
tired.
he's like walking around by himself, and Haley comes out of the shadows and is like, hey, how you doing? And he goes, man, I feel good about you. And she was like, what? Me? And then she was like, oh no, sweetie, no. And then he just started crying again.
But it was like
so he was, like,
didn't
really
have
just
a
trying.
rose.
Yes.
Like he
Yeah.
was acting like I don't have a rose,
Yes.
and I need
Okay.
to make a connection to get someone's rose,
Right.
and like all my options have failed. And I'm like, buddy, you got the rose. Like you're not going.
He was the one.
anywhere.
He was the one with the power, and also too, for all those girls being like, "Oh no, I'm not into it, whatever." No one is ever going to say no to a rose to stay in the
100%.
competition. Like he could have given it to anybody, and
Right.
they would have been
That's
like,
what I
Just
said.
"This
Yeah.
isn't we were together, but I'm still here." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
You should have gave it to Hunter, who
Yeah.
went home.
right.
That
I
was
Hunter
thought
went
I
home.
was sad she went home.
Hunter went home because Victoria pulled a move on Johnny at the cocktail party.
Yes.
You
Yes.
saw
Any-
this. That was tonight.
You remember that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? You like Johnny.
I don't like
No,
Johnny.
you don't
at
like
all.
Johnny. I like Johnny.
You
I
like
like
Johnny.
Johnny.
She likes Johnny,
Yeah,
and
I don't like Johnny.
I
at
like
all.
Johnny.
don't like Johnny.
I think he's so funny. I don't know. I
Johnny
get a kick out
doesn't
of
do
him.
anything. in the
I think
slightest.
He's got some like sneaky
Johnny,
vibe to
I
him. I
think-
like him. I like him.
no, it's.
A sneaky vibe.
I know he's like sneak. He's probably like just
He's like got a
funny
mysterious
on the low.
edge.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
Like if you might get a couple
mysterious.
good one-liners if you like stand
Yeah,
next to
yeah.
him like under
right.
his
Like
breath.
I want to hear those. I want to be like on the inside joke. With him.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
Okay,
that's-
see, this is gonna sound mean. There's just something about his face that
Well, he looks like
doesn't
someone.
draw
I thought
me
you said that
in.
about
Didn't we?
Logan. I thought you don't like
Logan
his
too.
face either.
Logan's face is unsettling.
So two-faced.
I said that.
Logan's face is it goes down and out.
Yeah, no, and I'm not trying to pick apart people's faces. So
I know,
let's
I'm just saying that's the
fast
shape
forward,
of his face.
Johnny does not do it for me in the slightest. Like his entire being, I don't
You're not
like.
into it. Who does Johnny? Did we
I know it
say
sounds
Johnny
fucked
looks
up.
like someone? Who does Johnny look like?
I don't know, but Johnny
We had
like,
a whole conversation
and like
about it.
I
can't
said that
remember.
you probably like Johnny, and Johnny turned out to be a psycho.
Yeah, well, that's always the case.
Yes, so that's what I'm
I liked
saying.
Bennett too.
Exactly. So like,
No,
I just,
he's fine.
I don't
Bennett's fine.
know.
He likes all my Instagrams. Love you, Bennett. Miss you. Love you.
I don't
He's
know.
great.
I don't know. I wish I could give you a reason.
He just doesn't sit with you.
No, he does. It's like I don't find him funny. Maybe that's what it is.
I don't think he's outwardly funny. I
Could
think
he
Yeah,
he's
but I
grow
don't-
on
yeah.
you,
funny
or
on
are
the
you
slide.
like a hard?
I don't know. I would have to meet
Do
him
you
in
just
person.
hate the rap? Are you stuck on the rap?
Yeah, I just.
The rap was bad. The rap was bad.
I got like. I just can't put my finger on it on what I get like Ken doll vibes from him. Does that make
Really?
sense?
No. I mean, it
Yeah.
does.
It does, but I
don't
don't
agree.
see that.
Yeah, I don't agree.
I don't
I
know.
get more Jersey Shore vibes from
A little
Johnny.
bit. A little bit.
I
yeah.
love the Jersey Shore.
Does he have a chain?
That's why
Rhea,
I thought
mean,
you.
have
That's
did
why I
you look
thought
for a
you
chain?
loved him.
If he had a chain, you know that I
He's
would
got
have
a
been
chain.
ripping him
Noticed it.
apart like this.
But I bet I bet he does have a chain.
He does have a chain. His whole family has chains. Don't you remember
That's
his
what I'm
hometown?
saying.
Really?
Johnny
Are you
does
making
not
this
have
up?
a
No,
chain.
No.
Johnny does not
Johnny's
wear
a chain guy.
Should I pull up his Instagram
Johnny's a
and
chain
see?
guy, but
Johnny's
I
a
feel
chain
like we
guy.
should move on from Johnny.
Let's move on from Johnny,
Okay.
but let's
Move on from
circle
Johnny,
back
but
on
we'll
if he has
circle
a
back
I'm
on
chain.
gonna search
Okay.
up.
You
The,
search in the meantime.
And the chat, let us know. Does Johnny have a chain?
Okay, so
Johnny has small lips. That's what it is. I don't like guys with small lips. Sorry.
Poor Johnny.
Let
Okay.
the record
okay, this is
show.
what he has. He has a chain.
Told you.
Okay, but that's
Oh.
not.
It's not
that's
like
not the kind
it's
of
not the
chain
kind
I'm
you were
into.
talking
St. Anthony's not hanging from it. You're not into it.
No, I like a cross.
Yeah, I think it is a cross.
No, that is a
Crucifix?
saint. Yeah.
Who is it? Who is it?
Saint?
It's one of the saints.
I'm sure it's
Oh
Anthony.
no, it's not a saint.
It's Mary.
It's a bee. See, I don't like that.
I know. I like it. I like the bee.
I would be
bee.
more.
Cool.
I'm surprised it's not a J.
No, see, I'm not into his chain.
Okay, so anyways,
we're over
And his
him.
small
Moving over
lips.
him
I'm
now.
Rose
sorry, John. I'm
ceremony.
being mean for
Yes.
no reason. I
rose
apologize.
ceremony, people go home, yada yada yada. Okay, so now first down on the beach, Aaron and James.
Okay.
They're
Welcome
back.
back, Aaron and
The
James.
bros.
They're back.
They left their shared apartment in San Diego to come back to the beach.
I was shocked, and I knew that it existed, but I was shocked to see his leg tattoo. James'
Yeah,
leg
that's
tattoo.
something. That's
I
something.
wasn't
all right.
expecting that.
We didn't get to see it.
I have to keep my
It was the
thoughts in.
only thing I could see when they
Don't say it.
No,
I know
please
what
let
you're
it
gonna
out.
say, and
No.
don't say it.
What? What was I going to say?
About James.
What? Say it.
No, it's mean. I'm being
No,
so
she's
mean.
just thinking mean. She's being silly. We're all being silly. Aaron and
Thanks
James.
for covering me up.
Aaron and James.
His
Aaron
head
James
does
come
not
back-
fit his body.
You didn't have to say it.
All right, moving on.
Aaron and James coming back to the beach are
Sorry.
a funny, silly, dynamic duo, and they're coming in, and the first thing they want to do, or I'm sorry, they're allowed to take two girls on a double date. Who do they choose? Genevieve and Shanae, the two girls who hate each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
Producer doing?
I would just say that was just probably going to happen.
I think Aaron probably wanted to take Genevieve,
And I think James would
Yeah.
take whoever.
and I think
For sure.
they probably were like, "We think you did enough with Shanae," and he was like, "Sure."
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, yeah.
And then,
But I
and
mean,
then
they
it-
are hitting it off. So,
They are hitting it
yeah.
off. It also brought up an old memory that I certainly forgot about. Not sure if you guys remembered when Shanae and Genevieve were on the hot seat together, Women Tell All,
Yeah.
and Shanae made up that. She's like, I went home after the breakup and was crying my eyes
Brought
out. I was
back an old
freaking
memory.
out.
They showed this in
And-
the
No,
episode.
I know, they did. But it's but before that. We were talking about it before. They did show it in the
Yes,
episode.
we were talking about this.
I went home crying, you went home and fucked Aaron. So it was like, oh shit, blah, blah, blah. Genevieve clears her own name on the show, says that never happened.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, they just came
We don't
right
know
to
if
each
that, we
other
don't know if that
and
never happened.
She said it. She was like, it's just untrue.
Yeah.
And I was like, interesting.
I don't
Was
get
it
the
all
vibe they
untrue?
hooked up. I mean, maybe there was like some flirt, but she
Maybe.
seemed pretty
Maybe
like.
they just made out.
Could've
And
made
so
out.
they're confused on if that means they hooked up or not.
Yeah, that's true. I did not know this was a screen behind us. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did. I've been
playing
watching
Waves.
it. I actually got distracted
I
watching
had
it on
no
there.
idea, and just now it scared me like there was somebody behind us. All right. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know. So what do we? What do you think, Joe? Joe, we haven't asked you in a while because you've been hosting.
Well, I'm
What do you
hosting.
think?
I have Fran's job, which is very difficult.
It is very difficult.
It takes away your personality.
Yeah, it does. It's really hard. But what do you think?
Is that a shot at my personality right now?
I meant I meant in general.
No, it's true.
It strips
true.
away your personality.
She feels it.
It's like Larry David said in an episode of Curb when he sits in the passenger seat and not in the driver's seat, he feels like his personality is taken away from him.
100%.
I like
That's how I feel. That's why I have no
That's
comment.
funny.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not allowed to have you're not allowing yourself a comment.
No, I
You're
just
taking this
all I
seriously.
want to do is host.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So we are now, they are doing their thing, and we see Justin. Justin's really upset. He's really nervous. Genevieve's on a date. He said, it's very hypocritical of her to go on a date. How do we feel?
I don't think it's hypocritical of her to go on a date because he went on the date and then they had the conversation afterward and Genevieve was like, all right, yes, I just was upset, but it's new to the beach, whatever. Now she's doing the same thing and he's reacting the same way. So isn't he hypocritical for trying to talk her down for what he was doing?
Yes, I think they're both a little jealous of each other
They're
and
definitely
the situations.
jealous. Definitely. I could never,
Which would mean
I could
that
never
they
do a
like
show like
each
this
other?
because I would.
Or
it
into
could
each
mean
other?
it.
I think they are into each other.
Yeah, I
think
know.
so,
I
too.
do think they're into each other.
Do you think that will change when Sally
They
shows
should just
up,
bang
like
it out
she
then.
thinks?
Well, she's also, and,
Fucking on the
she's,
beach with
But I see her with Aaron so much more than I see her,
I agree.
and they're
with
making out
Justin.
now. So,
Aaron
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Genevieve.
Yeah.
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 Do you think Genevieve's gonna come back and be like, I'm in with Aaron by Justin, or do you think she's gonna be torn?
Torn.
I think she's going to be torn.
I think
do.
so too. I think so too because she did seem so obsessed with Justin. I think you said it earlier that all day long she was like, no, I just want him. I like him. I'm not talking to anybody else.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Interesting.
the main drama of the night, Teddy breaks up with Andrew. Oh, Rodney comes down on the beach.
Yes.
Rodney's there. Everybody's like, I love Rodney.
What up, Rodney? We
Can't
love
wait to see
Rodney.
him.
Yeah.
Rodney.
Rodney.
Rodney's very great.
I love Rodney.
He's got great energy.
I love Rodney too.
So
we're
much.
very pro Rodney.
So much.
Oh, and Jared and Ashley.
Oh yeah.
They're
Jared
also
and-
down.
Jared
How
and
can we
Ashley are
forget?
just there on vacation.
Their month stay
Yeah.
in paradise.
Yeah, they're just hanging out. Similar to Jesse Palmer and his wife, vacationing all over Europe. Ashley and Jared are now doing the same in paradise. Good for them.
Okay, so Teddy breaks up with Andrew. Andrew's upset. Teddy's crying. And then Teddy sends herself home.
Yeah.
And says, I don't want to say goodbye to anyone. I talked to Andrew, and that's enough.
It's crazy.
was
crazy.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. Maybe she just doesn't want to be there anymore. I took that as I don't even care if I have a connection or if I don't have a connection. I want to get off this beach.
Question, did
Agreed.
Rodney talk to her? Because she saw Rodney arrive, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they had a conversation?
Yeah,
And it
he
went well.
pulled her to chat, and she was super flirty, and he was into it, and it was very cute. And then she went, I think, probably into an interview and had a breakdown about Andrew and was feeling really bad. And then the whole breakup happened, and then she left, and
she
then
just
Rodney
dipped
came
out.
down to take her on a date.
That was the best part. Rodney coming. My favorite, honestly, of the whole episode was all of them crying and upset. Why did Teddy leave? She didn't even say goodbye.
Yeah.
She just broke up with Andrew. She didn't even mention I'm leaving. She just left. What the fuck? And then Rodney comes down woof. First day in paradise. Can't wait. You guys
Remember
see
my
Teddy?
date?
I'm trying to connect with her a little bit more before I ask her on this date. And everyone's like, fuck. Teddy just left. And he immediately was like, what happened? But it's drama. I didn't realize. Even the
is
girls, she didn't say
drama.
goodbye to any of the girls.
And Serena was her best friend.
Yeah.
Do you think that they didn't give her a chance to say goodbye, or she
No,
left?
she was.
No, she
They
definitely
were
left.
saying
Yeah.
you're just gonna leave. You seriously just want to leave, and she was like, yes. The only conversation I needed to have was with Andrew. I had it. I said my piece. I want to go home.
Wild.
Give me
She
my
didn't want
bags. I wanna
anybody to
go home.
convince her to stay, right?
I would have
That was
said
her
at
thing?
least
I
goodbye
don't
to my
know. I'm
friends.
assuming she was like, I don't want to make this a bigger deal than it is. I already feel uncomfortable. She doesn't
Yeah.
seem like she's one for drama confrontation. She might have just been
For
like,
sure.
I'm gonna make this a big deal if I go in to say goodbye to everyone, and I just want to escape the situation. I feel like her and Andrew are another case of people that probably were interested beforehand, potentially built the relationship up in their mind, and then it just didn't. It missed the mark when they met each other.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. Wasn't Andrew, when he came down, I can't wait to meet Teddy.
Yes.
He was so hyped to meet her.
And she was like, I was
she
really
was like,
excited to meet you
"Ooh."
too.
Yeah. Maybe she just didn't want to have to deal with honestly, maybe she saw the fallout drama with Genevieve, Victoria, Kira, all the drama that was already on the beach and all the tears that were already happening, and just thought to herself, if I get myself in a triangle, that's gonna happen to me, and I don't want to deal with it.
Maybe, or maybe she talked to Rodney and was just honestly, I just don't really see this working out either. And
I think she was worried about hurting 2 people, and she's like, I'm out.
I don't want to break up with Andrew and then stay and have to break up with someone else.
Yeah,
that would be
that
makes sense. That would be my fear if I was in her situation.
Makes total sense.
Yeah. And then we have, do you guys want to talk about like Michael and Sierra at all?
I'll be honest, I'm bored to tears with that right now. I don't know. Like, I will raise this question. We talked about it a little bit while we were watching the episode. Do we think Michael's intentions are good with all these people? Or do we think he's getting to know everybody? Do we think that he's just like kind of maybe like fuckboy behavior? He's on spring break. He wants to hang out with all the girls? Or do we think that he has a good connection?
I think he is not romantically interested in anyone.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think it's
not a bad spot to be, I guess.
I think he's just like being extra social because he probably doesn't feel a really strong connection with one person where he's like, I want to invest all my time in this person.
Yes.
But I mean, we're not seeing like his entire day in life, but
for sure.
I don't feel the romance.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah. Extremely fair.
All right, should we get into some questions?
We should get into some questions.
Do it. So what do we do now?
Well, here's the thing.
You
can do the questions, but here's the thing.
I
think we have to talk about Vizzy.
Oh no, we're gonna.
So you talk about Vizzy, and you can also do the questions. You're back in your seat.
Sure.
You love the questions.
All right, guys. We're going to get into the questions, so please make sure you are typing your questions in the YouTube chat. That is where I will be taking the questions. And this is presented by Vizzy. Joe, would you do me a favor and hand me that nice bucket?
The whole bucket?
Hand me the whole bucket.
I got you.
You don't want this.
Oh, no, wait. Put the bucket back. Thank you very much.
Put the bucket back. We got blueberry pomegranate.
We got blueberry pomegranate, which is shockingly,
which is
my favorite
your
flavor.
I know
it
that
actually
it
is my favorite flavor.
Yes.
Blueberry and pomegranate. You know what I love about Vizzy? They don't discriminate against flavors because would you
like
ever expect a pomegranate flavor in a seltzer? No, you wouldn't because pomegranate is so, people, it's a controversial fruit in my opinion. I love pomegranate. Also, they have kiwi. They use all the fruits, and which is why I love Vizzy. So if you go to VizzyHardSeltzer.com/chicks, find Vizzy near you. That's VizzyHardSeltzer.com/chicks. Make sure you're checking out Vizzy. Everybody, go get your Vizzies. Cheers. Cheers. Strawberry kiwis, also a delicious flavor. They have all the amazing flavors.
Lime over here.
Yeah, no, they have great flavors. Also, they have the mimosas. So if you're tailgating, maybe a football game early in the morning on Sunday, mimosa, then switch over.
College
Vizzy.
football games.
We love you very much.
Cheers.
All right, questions. Let's get into it.
A+.
Thank you very much. All right. Questions. Will Sally self-eliminate herself again on Paradise?
I think definitely.
I would say
say yes.
If she needed somebody to come pull her onto the plane, basically, and they still couldn't get her on the plane, then I think
If that story's 50% true, she's going home.
Yeah.
Why do we think that they want her on so bad if she doesn't want to do it? Like, if it seems like she just needs a lot of coaxing into it, maybe they're trying to like break out of her shell or something.
Maybe there's a lot of guys down there that they know are interested in her.
Maybe.
And they're like, she's beautiful.
Of course.
Sure
and she seems lovely. Like, she just seems pretty tied up in like her, the engagement that she left Clayton for before they even started.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like she knows if she wants to be on the show or not. Yeah. But I think they're like, even if we get her down for a day, she could kind of stir up a little drama.
I think just like, don't be a part of the show, Sally, because it's very clear you don't know if you want to be a part of it. And I feel like if you don't know if you want to be a part of it, it's better to stay away.
I hope they keep bringing her every season.
You want to hear every time? Just keep running that same clip
episode?
Make it longer every time. How long
Have
it will take
her come out of the limo on the next Bachelor season.
Exactly.
Last exit.
How do you guys, Joe and Serena, how do you guys feel about the possible Casa Amor situation? And for those who don't watch Love Island, you don't know what Casa Amor is, but that's when they bring in a whole other group of people and they split the girls and the guys, and so they spend time with different girls, you spend time with different guys. How do you guys feel about that for Bachelor in Paradise? Because I do think it happens this season, and how would you guys have handled it if it happened to you?
As a viewer, I think it could be fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm excited for the switch out.
I'm excited to watch it. I, as a contestant, would have absolutely hated it. Especially when you're like us or like a Brendan and Serena, where, I mean, I don't know their story, but at this point, like, they seem to be committed to each other. They seem to be pretty locked in. Like, we were like that. If I was at the point where I'm like, I'm not dating anyone else, like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to leave with this guy. So why are you splitting me up from him? Like, I only want to be here now to get to know him, and you're splitting us up. Like, why am I even here? I'd be so frustrated. But as a viewer, I'm excited.
I feel like it's only good for the people that are unsure.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
But as a viewer,
especially
viewer,
if you're
right.
like
As
in
a
a
viewer,
relationship and you're unsure.
A+.
yeah. Were you offended when JP asked who would be the next Joe and Serena?
No, I love that. I was pro that. I tweeted that. Yeah, great.
I think that's.
Who is
I think that's a
next Joe and
compliment.
Serena?
JP
I mean,
and Jesse
I think
Palmer.
it's a compliment, right?
Oh yeah.
I was like, who's JP?
Because
I didn't even know who JP was.
I know. I just knew that he was the one that said that
because I
line.
didn't
I was like, oh, we're calling him JP now. I must have missed the fucking memo.
Because
Jesus.
I didn't know who Romeo was, I was like, oh, JP must be a guy I don't know.
Jesse
So that's
Palmer.
why I asked.
But who do you
Fuck.
think
That's
there will
hilarious.
be?
No.
No,
Another
love
Joe.
that.
There'll
No.
never
Love
be
that
another.
too.
I
Never
felt
another.
it with you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We really did.
And
We
it's
talked about
only
that all the time. We were
3
like-
episodes in, but
So did Maybelline.
yeah,
they
you
did.
guys crushed that commercial.
Yeah, they did.
Do you guys think that Teddy is coming back?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, that was quite the exit.
She seems like she's not there to like get her screen time. You know, like
No.
she seems like she's there for the actual experience. And she's posting. She's back at her job. She's doing great.
I don't think we'll
Totally
ever
agree.
see Teddy again.
No, I think
Really?
she's done with the show, which is sad.
It is sad. She's so sweet.
People are like,
But
who's
sometimes
JP?
you don't want it.
I feel like a fool. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, JP said,
Yeah.
you idiots, Rhea, come on.
When you
Sorry.
first said JP, I was thinking the guy with the long hair.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
me
I
too,
thought
me too. I was
I'm
like, is
what
that
does
his name?
JPJ say?
I thought it was Jacob.
No, not JPJ.
Oh, that's what
You're going way back.
I heard
No, no, no.
JP and
Talking
just
about
added
it,
a
I was thinking Jacob.
Jacob.
Oh,
Tarzan.
this is actually a good question.
He does remind me of JPJ.
a
Does-
little, yeah.
I'm sorry, also, I'm wearing my shoes on the bed because I'm not wearing socks and I didn't want to raw dog it on the bed.
Yeah, can't have it. Can't
Free
have
feet pics not allowed here.
Yeah.
Never.
Although I don't think my feet are worthy of being paid for, but I do have a great score.
Don't do yourself dirty like
I
that.
do have a
I
great
was
score
saying-
on Wiki Feet. Weirdly
That's
enough.
a
Do you?
good
What is
score.
it?
It's like an 8.5 or something high.
That's
Great.
a good
It's
score.
It's a good
I wonder
score.
what mine is.
I gotta check.
Yeah, gotta check it out.
Does the 2-drink limit count on dates out of the resort?
Oh, good question.
Yes.
I would assume
Yes.
so.
No, it does.
Yeah.
It does for sure, yeah.
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 I don't think. Yeah, it
Mo-
would.
Yeah.
Never
Sorry, I
tested
was
that
checking
rule.
my
but-
Wiki Feet
I
score.
don't mind the check your WikiFeet score. I don't mind that they limit the drinks. I think at first it was fun watching like the drunk chaos
Yeah.
for sure. But after a while, it starts being like, all right, everybody's just blackout screaming
Yeah.
at each other, and like
But
it
people
starts to get a
did
little
seem
bit.
kind of drunk in the first episode.
That's what I
but
said.
I also think it's such a long day. There's like heat exhaustion, dehydration, and then throw like a few shots and
Well,
you're
you
just
could
We
get drunk
questioned
with
it.
2 drinks an hour.
for the whole day. And I mean, I
If
guess
you
if you don't
do
eat a
2
lot,
drinks an hour, like you really do it, you commit to it for sure. That's like 6 drinks over a couple hours, and they're they're
Yeah.
mixed drinks. Like, or no, I guess.
And you could do the back hour, the front hour.
Yeah.
and
For sure,
really-
you can
really
stack
get
'em
going.
up.
Yeah.
But
Update
yeah,
about
I like if
WikiFeet.
it's a little
The
more.
scoring is different from what I remember. It's actually not like out of 10.
Oh.
It's out of 5 stars, and I have almost a full 5 stars.
Oh, hell yeah.
33 said beautiful, 17 said nice, 7 said okay, 2 said bad, 2 said ugly.
Oh my God, ugly. That's
Of course, there's
rude.
going to be ugly.
But I
in
mean,
there.
you have
Come
like a lot
on.
of people really like your feet.
you have
Yeah.
objectively
Maybe you have
great
you have a
feet.
side business. for selling
Nobody
feet.
in my life has ever said that I had beautiful feet, though.
Well,
Whatever.
Good thing you have
some
your
people-
WikiFeet
Whatever.
score
Whip 'em
in your
out,
life.
Rhea, let's see.
Here they are.
No, they're sweaty right
Yeah,
now.
I say now they're sweating. It's way too hot.
Okay,
here.
I'm sorry. Does anybody else get annoyed by the censorship bars?
Yes,
Yes,
they're
we were
doing the-
just
yeah,
talking about
too
this.
much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Like
Yeah.
And
we
I
know
believe-
what a
I-
butt looks like.
And I
Yeah.
believe
Yeah.
I believe those cost them money.
Why
Well,
don't they,
yeah.
Why don't they ask people then to not bring like thong bathing suits? Like I feel like that's been the most this time
It's
around.
impossible
Like,
these
it's
days.
silly. It is impossible. Like every bathing suit is not.
But you could
know.
throw like jean shorts or like a little sarong
Sure,
on
a
top.
sarong
Like
on.
Genevieve clearly had like a thong bathing suit on this
Yes.
episode, and she had a sheer black.
I'm noticing
like
a lot more
sarong.
sarongs. They aren't like in style
Yeah.
now, so that of course we're seeing more. But I think that would just solve the issue all
Yeah.
around. You know.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Who's our favorite couple? Simple question.
Oh.
I don't have a
I
favorite.
really liked Andrew and Teddy. I talked about them last week, I think, and wow, easy come
I
easy
like
go.
Sierra, and
With-
she's with Michael, I think.
Sierra, Michael.
Oh,
So you
wait,
like them
yeah.
as a couple?
Actually, no, but I like Sierra separately, so that's not.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
honestly.
Different question. Though.
Yeah.
Oh wait, never
Yeah,
mind.
I'm sorry.
That's not the same. Not the same. I don't know though.
I mean, you have to go. You have to go Brandon and
That's
Serena.
but that's
right
the
now, they're
only
Yeah.
solid couple, and I
only
just feel like
couple.
we don't know them that well yet.
Exactly. We haven't seen much of them. Who picked? Jacob Tarzan surprisingly picked Lace,
Lace.
to continue
Yes.
on I think, do I think that they could like be together and get along? Not really, but I also think that they have funny conversations, so I like to watch that.
Yeah, like when he was like, I really like you, I have a lot of fun with you, I want to keep having fun with you, and she was like, we need to have some more conversations.
When he was trying to be like, oh, I went to Hong Kong and whatever, and he was like, oh, I was just kidding. It's actually like a strip club in Tijuana, like not the capital.
Sick story,
of China.
bro.
And she was like, okay, but I like watching their interactions.
Me too.
It's funny.
Me too.
What is the food situation like on the show?
There's food, like a lot of it.
It's kind of like a walk-up counter. You can order fajitas, and they're very delicious.
Mexican food.
Guys, this was supposed to be questions about the show, not for Serena and Joe, but I understand. I would be asking them questions too.
I'd take advantage. We don't have guests on very often.
No, we don't. And it's
Are we your first guests on Cutting Stems?
No, we've had Tyler Cameron was a guest once.
Okay. Yeah, but you guys are better than him.
Yeah, he wasn't that great.
Nice.
But that was it though, right? Or who else was on?
I mean, I stepped up and took
You're
hosting.
hosting. No, you guys.
You're not even a guest. You're a host.
Right. You guys have participated.
And I think that you did a better job than I would have done.
Oh, you were
Yeah,
flying
that's
at
nice.
first. You were
I was
flying.
like, let's
it was
get through
hot. This section
honestly,
was hot.
and I was like, let's get this done by 10:30.
Yeah, that's always.
All right, that wraps up the questions. Should we cut some stems? Yeah. Oh, he knows it.
Yep, let's cut some stems.
Let's cut some stems
All right.
and give out some
Yeah,
roses.
we'll give out some roses, cut some stems.
Who wants to go first?
We should allow our guests to go first.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Serena?
Serena.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready? Do you have choices?
Let me think. I could go first. Yeah, they might. They're subpar.
That's good. It's however you feel.
Nothing's
don't
really
feel judged
screaming
to,
to
go
me
either way.
today. I'm gonna go. Should I take yours?
I have two. So.
No, I won't take yours. My rose. I'm gonna give my rose to
You guys
Rodney.
discuss this.
Yeah, we did pre-discuss, but
love this.
honestly,
I love
I didn't
the
have
I love
anything.
Prepared, I
We
love
came
it.
in prepared. We were ready for this.
I
I don't
love the
remember-
preparedness.
I don't remember what I said earlier, but I'm gonna give my rose to Rodney just because I enjoy him. I like him. He came down with good energy. I feel bad for him about what happened with him and Teddy, but I'm excited for him to be on my screen. I'm gonna cut Sally's suitcase as my stem. I just didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy any of it, and I just don't think it brought anything to the show.
And you think Wells is a bad actor?
No, not the story. Just the
Kidding.
suitcase
Yeah.
itself, the physical suitcase. I want to stop seeing B-roll of it too.
Yeah,
right?
right. It's just
nobody
not
cares.
funny.
It's a
It's
lot,
like,
right, we're
okay,
over
we
it.
get it. Her suitcase is here, she's not. Where is she?
Yeah,
Right.
like it better. Like I wish the best for Sally, but at the same time, the suitcase debacle better be a big thing
It
when she
better
comes
be.
down, or we just watch the suitcase for
Right.
hours for nothing.
I want her to go off on everybody for going through it. Like I want that to happen. Like, I
Yeah.
want to be like, I saw you motherfuckers went through my suitcase. Now,
Yeah.
now I'm setting this place on fire and stealing
And
all
she's
your men.
probably like, I want my things. My skincare's in that bag. You know,
Yeah.
justice for Sally and her suitcase.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna give.
Go ahead.
please,
You go
please
ahead,
do.
Joe.
I'm gonna give my rose to Victoria Fuller for the swoop on Johnny.
Yeah.
Smart.
She had complete control of that situation, and many people try to do that, and many people fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And it was seamless.
It was
It was
so
beautiful.
smooth.
It was
I've never seen such a
professionally
smooth-
done.
Yep, yep.
gotta
It's
really
almost like
respect
he was
that.
waiting for it to happen. Like it's almost like he was just like, "Ooh, okay, she's here now. We're good." Like,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
that's how
yeah.
fast.
And then I'm gonna cut. I think I'm gonna cut Romeo for not understanding that he had a rose and had power,
Yeah.
and could have given the rose to anyone, but he chose to give it to Jill, who told him, "I will not give you this back."
Yeah.
That's a good one. And a
bad
good
planning.
explanation.
Bad move.
But
Bad
I
planning,
really
bad
think he was
moves.
trying to like make amends with Jill with that rose, don't you?
I think that's what he was trying to do, and I just don't think he should have did that because it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it.
Kelly?
Let me see.
Mrs. Keegan?
Let
Or
me
Miss
see.
Keegan? Sorry, that's your mother.
Mrs. Keegan is my mother.
Is it? Was it your dad's birthday?
No, that's not. That's February. My
Okay.
mom's was July.
All right, she was posted about somebody's birthday. Sorry.
Oh, my grandpa. My grandpa's birthday. Was yesterday.
Oh my God! Happy birthday!
I saw
to
him on
Grandpa.
Saturday.
Sorry.
Yeah, happy birthday, my grandpa.
All right.
Love him. Let's see. Who is my rose to? I'm going to give my rose to Wells because he did have to put on that whole performance. And, you know, sometimes you do things you don't want to do.
No, he wanted to do that.
And, he wanted to do it?
Yeah, we talked to him. He wanted
Well,
to
he
do
stuck
that.
it. He stuck it through, and he stuck by it, and he's sticking by it still after the fact. So I'll give him a rose for sticking by his situation.
Okay.
I'm going to cut the stem also of Romeo, but for a different reason.
Okay.
Controversial.
I am cutting Romeo's stem because maybe other people can't see through these crocodile tears. What's happening here? Are we doing construction right now?
I thought it was a sound effect of the pop.
Aaron and James burst out from the ceiling.
Kool-Aid man.
I thought this was the ending of
burst.
Cutting Stems. Like it's ending.
Honestly,
I wonder if they
It must be the heat.
They probably can.
Anyway.
Awful.
No, we're ending. We're wrapping.
Yeah, we're about to wrap up. Shh. Cutting a stem because other people might be able to see through these crocodile tears and they're comforting him. That man flitted through 4 different women in 5 minutes like it was no big deal. Him walking up to Haley being like, Psh, I feel good about you. And she was like, oh no. Even Haley, who was dying to stay.
Desperate Haley.
Even Haley, whatever.
I
so
feel
forget
bad.
it.
Yeah,
we're talking too
joke.
much shit. We're talking too much
I'm
shit.
joking. Everything I
still.
said tonight was a joke. Okay.
Yeah, we're all joking. We're all joking.
I do not think Johnny's lips are too small, and James's head fits perfectly on his body.
What are yours?
Yeah, I am going to give my rose to Shanae because I know. I don't know why. Honestly, I just couldn't think of anything. Shanae, I'm giving to because I like her on Paradise.
She's good on Paradise.
I think that she was the Meryl Streep of Clayton's season, and I think she is doing a great job on Paradise. And I am going to cut the stem of...
Who pissed you off tonight? I feel like you had a lot of people.
Logan's face.
Yeah, Logan's face.
That is so mean, Rhea. Stop.
Stop picking out faces.
Stop. I know, it's so...
face.
It's
Yeah.
honestly
Yeah.
so not nice because people are so mean to me, and it's
I think
upsetting.
it's your thing though. Like you
No.
clearly have an issue with faces and
It's
heads.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm not calling them ugly.
You just don't trust the face.
Something-
Yes, that's
yeah.
what it
You
is.
don't
Like
trust
it's not.
it.
I want
I
that to
wonder
be
if
clear.
that's a thing. If that like not trusting faces.
Right, like it's
Maybe.
like I'm not. I just want that to be clear. Like I'm not making fun of their looks. It's just that I think Logan's hiding something. But I'm not going to cut his stem because that would be way too controversial at this point.
You've already
I've already
into a lot
walked
tonight.
way too deep. I am going to cut.
I would do whoever is doing the pipes. That's
Yeah,
cut that.
I'm clearly struggling right now on cutting his stem. Fran and Trent. I'm cutting their stems for not being here. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, can I?
I don't know
can we
how I
give
feel
out-
about that.
Can you and I give out a?
Why?
Yeah, it should be
Where the
rose
replacements?
that
That's
we're
to say,
here.
I have to give out two more roses or two
Okay,
roses
so
or
I'll give my rose.
guests.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll give my rose to you guys, and I'll cut their stem.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
Cut my Shanae one. She doesn't deserve it.
Sorry, Shanae.
Give it to
She
Joe
She
and
has more
Serena.
chances this season
Yes,
to get it.
yes, she does, and maybe they don't. So
Exactly.
give my rose to them and cut Fran and
Nice.
Trent.
There it is.
Okay, that wraps up cutting stems. You want to do the wrap up?
That wraps up Cutting Stems. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We'll be here every week. We recap the show. It's so much fun.
Thank you to our sponsors, Mattress Firm and Vizzy, for sponsoring Cutting Stems tonight. We will not be back next week, but these two will be. Tune in.
What else? What else?
Subscribe and like, because it always helps us and we gain more followers. And then we'll get bigger and we'll be here forever.
Yes, subscribe. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.